I'd like to go back where it all started. I think it was when you were invited to record Head Up with Deftones. The concept of Soulfly was created on the chorus, I guess.
Yeah.
Chi Chang did the vocal parts. It's about people that passed away in flesh and bones, but not in spirit. I would like you to talk about it.
Yeah, well, the Deftones were in the middle of everything, you know, like when Dana died, Chino was good friends with Dana, you know, so they all came to Phoenix to spend some time there during the funeral and stuff, you know, and Chino was one of Dana's pallbearers that carried the coffin, you know.
Yeah.
So a little time after that, Dana died in 96. In 97 they were working on Around the Fur record, and they invited me to make a song with them, you know. I went to Seattle and recorded with Terry Date, and that was Head Up, you know. And then from Head Up, you know, I split from Sepultura and you know, create a new journey, you know. Soulfly was born. But it took 1 year to find a name. I didn't have a name. I had like 1,000 names, you know. A lot of Brazilian names, and Mulambo, but I couldn't find the fucking name. And then, yeah, one day I was like, Soulfly, yeah, that's cool, that's different, that sounds like universal, but it's got also a good positive message. It's like the tribal belief, you know, making music for your ancestors, like from the Shabbatis experience, the tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was little at that time, you know. He was just learning, just drumming on his chest, you know, still.
The first time I saw Zyon was in MTV Brazil, MTV on the road, Soulfly. He did a drawing of Deftones and he said, oh, he likes Deftones, Korn.
Yes.
At the age of 2 or 3, it's pretty awesome.
He was obsessed with me designing Deftones.
That's pretty cool.
Then Korn, Korn, yeah.
How was it like for you growing up surrounded by great musicians, and why did you choose the drums? What was your motivation?
I always just like banging on stuff. Like when I was a kid, we would be on the tour bus and I would set up the pillows on the bus, like the couch, and I'd always like be playing drums on the pillows and stuff. So from a young age, like I just felt it was right. I didn't ever feel like a guitar or bass was right. And yeah, I picked it up really well once I started, and ever since then I've been in love with it.
He sat down also behind a lot of the Soulfly drummers, you know, Roy, Joe, Bill Ward, when we toured with Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Bill Ward left
Great
sit down.
reference, for sure.
For like 4 shows, he sat behind Bill Ward and watched.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to like whenever there was a show like that'd be the only person I would watch would be like the drummer. I was never like I liked guitar players and singers and stuff, but I was just like glued to the drummer every time. And when I was little, like all the drummers would like throw me drumsticks and stuff, so I have like a nice little collection, and I just love the drums. It's so much fun to just whack shit, you know.
And he's got an uncle that's a great drummer. Yeah, he gave me a couple special drums with Brazilian flag and you know, hipinic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He has at home, you know. So yeah, it's cool. I'm really happy that he's playing with. Like this is next year we're gonna work on a new Soulfly record because next year is 20 years of the first Soulfly, which is crazy, you know. But that's gonna be Zion's 3rd record with us, you know. So
Cool.
that's gonna be really cool, really good album, and we're gonna work really hard on it to make a really, really special one.
The picture at the first album, it was in Portugal.
Yeah.
You were here. Lúcio from Nação Zumbi recorded the guitars, and why didn't he go out on tour and play it with you guys?
I tried, and I offered it, and I gave him all the schmoo talk, like, yeah man, you're gonna have groupies and you know, travel nice, you know, and hotels, and nah, he wants to stay in Brazil, you know. He told me like his dream is to grow old and play in like bars, like sitting down playing bossa nova. So, you know, he's in a different level, but I love Lucio with my heart. He's a great guy. And I love what he did on that first record. His magic, you know, his guitar is pure magic on that with Zyon to the jam. We have a jam room, you know, in Phoenix, Arizona, where we live. And then we're gonna go there and jam out, just the two of us, you know, which is really cool, you know, just like it becomes kind of routine, but also it's really good for be prepared before the studio. Zyon does other stuff too. He does beats on his own, which is like different, you know. So he can tell you about it.
Yeah, I mean, I just understand that stuff a little bit better. Like, I was telling him about how I was learning about like mixing beats and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I usually just let them do that, and I just take care of like the riffs. Like, I wanna take like what he did and grow and learn other stuff as well." So I've been just like messing around with like computer beats and stuff like that. So when like we're in the studio, a lot of the times like if we have a really crazy producer, like he likes to just like geek out and add a bunch of effects to things and stuff. So yeah, I'll like do the same. Like think of like we should put reverb here and effects here. And just learning about more than just playing the instrument. It's cool. We're in a new era now, so you can do that.
Members of Sepultura, sometimes they speak something like, the concept has improved because I know how to read. And I never see you speaking bullshit about, because you are always concentrated on making music, being with your family, having a lot of friends in the musical scene. So, man, if you want to talk about it, if not, we just skip to the other question.
Yeah, like you say, man, for me it's more important to focus on the positive. You know, I have a lot going on in my life. We have a new Cavalera record coming out in November, which is awesome, really cool record. We're doing Nail Bomb with Zyon and Soulfly playing the whole Nail Bomb record in October.
Great, fantastic.
With some really cool bands like Cannabis Corpse, Open, you know, and Noisem, and then Arms Way, and then I'm gonna work on the new Soulfly. So I'm so busy, like I don't have time for this, you know. Like, and I think the fans don't like either. I think it gets tired for them even, you know. So, you know, I try to stay away from it. You know, it's like they do their thing, I do my thing, and we go our separate ways, you know. But I'm just very proud of the stuff that we do, like the family connection. I think is great, you know, having Zyon playing with me and having Igor and him in a band, Bloody Kong, which I think is great. I love the band. We're a family that everybody works, you know, Gloria works with us, and some of the other kids are, you know, doing crew, selling t-shirts, everybody works, you know, so it's a full-on, for real metal family, you know, not fake, like real, you know, we read metal, and it's, I love that, you know, I think it's, was always meant to be like that, and now that's happening, I'm just so proud of it, that I don't want to like spend my time in negative shit, you know, negative shit, it's more positive, and, you know, and I have a lot to do, a lot to work for it, you know, so we just carry on forward, you know. It's important to recognize your past, but
For sure, yeah.
moves to the future. So I'm like proud of the stuff we did. Those are great records, and I'm proud of them. You know, that's why we did the Return to Roots tour, and it was very successful. You know, we played yesterday in Spain on a festival. It was great, and we're gonna do some more in September in December, Australia. You know. So we pay tribute to some stuff like that, but we also go to the future with the new Cavalera, new Soulfly. You know, that's what I'm more excited about, is like new music. That's where it gets me pumped, because I'm a big metal fan, and I listen to a lot of the new stuff that's coming out. You know, so I'm super influenced and thrilled to be, you know, involved with a lot of these bands, you know, Nails and Bozer, Full of Hell, you know, Immolation, you know, they're all friends of ours, and it's great to be share this metal passion with those bands, you know, and be friends with them too. It's awesome.
Zyon, is there any recent band out there that caught your attention, something maybe on the road that you saw and you were like captivated by the musical style? Is there any?
I mean, honestly, I like to pick up a little bit from all the bands that we play with. I personally listen to so many different genres.
Cat Brains fan too.
Is there something that you still see on go, like some band that you still want to share the stage with? Something that never happened? Is there any band, or you did it all?
Well, yeah, almost all, but it's always exciting to when you have a chance to, share it with some really cool band. They played in England. It was some British summer festival with Soundgarden, Fate No More, Black Sabbath, Motorhead. That lineup is crazy, It's like being in the middle of that. It was like, damn, this is too cool, So yeah, so that's there's always stuff like that, and on these festivals we meet a lot of cool bands that I like. We play just on this leg of the festival with like Suffocation, Megadeth and Exodus, and a lot of and then there's like new stuff like Batushka, which is cool. Like I actually met them like a year ago. I went to see their show and they were all with their capes and shit, so I just like touched one guy in the shoulder, like told him I like his shit, I don't know if he knew who I was, but I thought I was just some drunk guy or something, but yeah, so it's cool. Like festivals are really great. I like the festival culture of Europe. It's fantastic. Like stuff like Walk-In, which we just play with Roots. It's great. It's a whole nother level. It's like there's nothing like that anywhere in the world.
Brazil is facing an unstable moment on politics. Do you see yourself living in Brazil again, or do you think things are too fucked up and you never think of living there again?
Well, I don't know. With Trump, it's like a possibility to go back to Brazil. Yeah. I tried to get them Brazilian passports. I hope the Brazilian government will allow me to get them passports. So if shit hits the fan with North Korea, we can all move to Brazil. Like I live for music. Like this is my main thing. So I can see in the future having a place. Maybe in the north of Brazil, like just to chill and write music, so I can go for parts of the year and write some stuff. But it's always like we're always on tour, man, non-stop. It's always touring album. There's never a break, So it's, I don't know when that day will be, when it's things slow down. But so far there's nothing slow down. It's always going, which is cool. I like that. I like to stay busy. And these guys like to stay busy too. And I think it's good for everybody. Gloria tried to keep us on the road as much as we can. Not just us, but the crew and the kids and the whole family. So we try to, and you have to in this day and age, because nobody sells CDs. Let's be realistic. Everybody just get the shit for free, So you have to go on the road. It's to survive. It's a survival thing, and it's the only way to survive, So, but it's great. I love touring, I'm born to tour. Those guys love it too, so I think it's like ideal for us, this lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. You really believe in music as an instrument of protest, like you always wrote a lot of revolutionary lyrics. How music can help people to open mind?
Well, I think probably now more than ever, but it's funny because I think the stuff we wrote, like the Chaos AD shit, is relevant today more than ever, If you listen to like Refuse Resist, Territory, that's going on right now, Biotech is Godzilla and shit like that, So it's just funny, like we wrote stuff 20 years ago that is perfect for right now. But at the same time, I think it's always good to, whenever the world is fucked up, there's always good music. I always believe that, so I think like, in the, during the Vietnam War, there's a lot of good stuff. In the 77 with the punk shit, that was crazy. So much good music came out of that. The whole, the UK scene, with all Margaret Thatcher and all that. And then, Even in Brazil, you know, like we grow up, you know, with someone like a lot of early that weren't metal stuff that we listened to was like Titãs and Plebe Hood, Ajudaram, you know. So it was good, you know, good like rebellious music, you know. So yeah, I think music has a definitely. I won't go as far as it changes the world, but it helps, you know. Soulfly is even more deep because it goes to the spiritual side of things. It's like crazy dealing with death and people that have lost family members and shit like that. You know, we meet a lot of people on the road that says Soulfly has helped them get through the stuff in life, you know. So that means a lot to me. That I think that's cool. That's probably the coolest compliment you can get is to hear that from a fan. To me, it's more important than gold records and you know, being in a cover of a big, you know, Rolling Stone magazine and shit like that. That stuff doesn't faze me that much, you know. I'm more interested in helping people on a basis level like this. I mean, it's more important. Music's more important for that, you know.
And Zyon, what is the major difference that you notice on playing in America and playing in Europe?
Oh, Europe gets way crazy. Yeah, like the fans. I remember when I was really little and I would like watch my dad play festivals. The circle pits and stuff were like I've never seen before. It's not as crazy now, but it's still up there. Like it doesn't really compare. America's more like you just watch. So over here, it's like more involvement and like getting crazy. And when the fans like have a lot of energy, like as the musician on stage, you feed off of it and it makes you have a way better show. So if you're at a show, get crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And there's funny stories. Like I remember at one show in Paris. I think Zyon must be 4 years old, and he was in the back of the bus. It was all the fans, and he was like flipping off all the fans. You know? That was just crazy.
I was a crazy little kid.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just like to fuck with the fans when I was little. It's the genes.
Yeah. And then one time in Argentina, there was no way to get. There was no back door, so we had to walk through the crowd with security. And I was holding Igor, and they're pulling my hair, and they started pulling his hair, and he started crying. I think that was like a traumatic experience for him, but it prepared him for what's coming ahead in life, you know. Yeah, so I think that's it's all part of it, man. You know, I think it's cool. I love the fact that, I mean, there's videos. I hope sometime we can put them out somewhere, but there's videos of these guys sleeping while Ozzy's singing War Pigs on guitar cases. You know, we're hanging out, watching Black Sabbath, there's guitar cases, and those fools are sleeping right there, like crib style.
That's it.
And we're watching War Pigs, you know. So yeah, it's great, you know.
Guys, I couldn't be happier to have you here, father and son, playing heavy music.
Yeah.
And just, it's fantastic.
Say your Brazilian quote. He knows a little Portuguese.
Mais gato pelito na boca de manga.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's all I know.
Thanks a lot.
Talk that.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Abre aqui em Portugal, vamos detonar essa porra, caralho!